Good morning, everybody. It's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and it is time for our early morning book review. And our early morning book review today is a 1951 Harlequin romance, When You Have Found Me. So, first off, let me start by saying I don't get the title at all, When You Have Found Me. I just don't get it. There's not a lot of connection between the title and the story. Our two main characters are Kathleen and Randy, and this is Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is kind of the catalyst for bringing these two people together. It's a little Siamese cat that Randy wants to give to his sister, his younger, much younger sister. She's only about 13. And they meet on a train, and Kathleen is going to her supposed homeland. Her mother has been banished from Ireland, and then she has no contact with her mother's family. And she wants to go back and make those connections and see those people. And it just turns into a big, confused mess. There's a missing will. Basically, Kathleen kills a woman from shock the very first time she meets her because she looks so much like her deceased mother that the woman thinks the deceased mother has come back to, haunt her or something like that. And so she, she drops dead from shock. But here's the thing. I'm not a Harlequin reader. I wanted to read this one because it was 1951. Because I like that period, but I have to say, honestly, you could put it in any period and it doesn't give me a good retro vibe. I want a good retro vibe. I want to hear about hats and gloves, and I want to hear about, things that, sorry, the camera is shaking, the cat is scratching themselves behind me. I want to hear about hats and gloves and teas and social things and everything like that. This could have happened pretty much in modern day, even without cell phones. It could have happened in modern day. The thing that I thought was super interesting about it was the length of it. It was made longer. I don't know if this was the writer's intent. I assume it was, because of a series of misunderstandings and because the characters do not speak to each other honestly. These people moving on in their relationship are going to have a tough time because so many of these things could be cleared up just like that if they would speak to each other honestly, if they would talk to each other and say, oh, he's not my fiance, he's just a childhood friend and everything like that. But as soon as she starts to say it, Randy walks off. Or Randy tries to tell her that he cares about her, but he sees her lower her eyes to the ground and interprets that as she doesn't want to hear it. So he doesn't say anything. I mean, it's going to be tough. These people don't know how to communicate. And so the book could have been so much shorter, which I guess is not what Harlequin wanted. They wanted a longer book, but there's all this series of misunderstandings simply because they don't communicate. If they communicated, if they had a good therapist, if they communicated, it would be so much better. It was a little dull. It was a little boring. I'm going to give it a 3 stars because I haven't ever gone down to a 2-star. The scenery was lush. I loved the depiction of the Irish landscape and everything like that. And I thought that was good. And our villain was pretty good. I mean, he wasn't too villainous, but he was pretty good. But again, I'm just reading it going, just tell him. Just tell her. But then I realized that the book would be probably this long. Tiny little book. It would be more of a pamphlet if they actually knew how to communicate with each other. But anyway, that's my early morning book review for this one. I am going to load this up, and then tonight I'm going to start my classic murder mystery, Strong Poison. and by Dorothy L. Sayers, and that may take me a little bit longer, but I just wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers, and like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and I will check you later.